Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am back. I was gone because I'm a nurse, and as you know, the past 2 months have just been crazy. So I was just like, I really need a break, and I just haven't been filming, even though this is like definitely my release. This is definitely like what I love doing. I love makeup. I love playing with makeup. I love all things makeup related, but just like the time it takes to edit and everything, I just really needed to just be able to unwind and just relax. So yeah, I haven't been filming and I'm kind of upset about it, but I'm back. And so I am back with an everyday tutorial using the beautiful Cinnamon Swirl palette by Too Faced. And I'm really excited about it because the gingerbread extra spicy palette, I have some tutorials using that, and it was just such a good palette, and this palette is phenomenal. Like, I'm just gonna say it, it's really good. And it's just what I wanted. And I love how there's perfect neutrals in here for every day. Like, this is totally my type of shades for every day. And then I have these pops of color, these like bronze shimmers, and it's just, yeah, so me. So I'm really excited about it. And I just figured I would film a everyday makeup get ready with me. I used a lot of drugstore products for my face and this palette for the eyes, and yeah, so we'll just jump right into the tutorial. My face is already moisturized, so I'm just gonna go with the Fenty Pro Filter primer. This stuff is so good. It makes my skin feel so soft. So I just got my lips filled a couple days ago. So my lips are a little bruised. I have a little lipstick on to cover them up. My new favorite foundation is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This stuff is so good. It's super it's like watery, so it blends in so nicely. And it gives this amazing matte finish. It is totally sweat-proof and waterproof. I have a really hard time washing it off my hand, and it's just so good. Like, I love this foundation. And since I'm a little bit darker than the foundation, I'm going to mix in a little bit of the L'Oreal Sand foundation, my other Ride or Die foundation. I'm going to do a pump or a squirt of the Catrice, then a drop of the L'Oreal. Gonna mix them together and just run it all over. I just go with a sponge and blend that out. One of my favorite drugstore concealer. This is the Catrice True Skin Concealer, and this is in the shade Warm Macadamia. These two products have replaced my normal products that I use. Like, I used to use the Tarte Shape Tape all the time, but this concealer is so good. And that foundation is just like phenomenal. And then on a really small blending brush, I'm gonna go in and blend that out. I also blend it out on top of my eyelid. I used a little bit more this time than I usually like to use. Sometimes I just get heavy-handed when I'm filming. I have these like holes, like pores that are huge on the side of my nose that like I believe used to be like blackheads. And they look fine when they're filled, but when they're not filled, it's like so obvious. I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Halo Glow powder. This stuff is amazing. I love this powder. I'm really gonna bake this underneath my eyes. There's one thing that you try from this. I hope it's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Under Eye Setting Powder. It's just so good. So good. I'm so happy I discovered this because it's changed my life. A little dramatic, but no, really. So I like to have a lighter under eye, and sometimes I'll drag this in the center of my forehead. Translucent powder, I'm gonna go with the CoverGirl Clean Fresh translucent powder. I've heard so many good things about this. I like it. Like it's a good powder, but like I don't know, I'm still trying to find out what everyone is raving about, but it is like a really good powder. So my face is a lot lighter than my body, which is usually never the case. I'm gonna go with two bronzers. This is Amber by Anastasia and 100 City Bronzer by Maybelline. And this is a ColourPop F20. This is like my favorite contour brush. So this is the Maybelline 100 bronzer. Like this bronzer is so good. It blends out like, it's like one of the easiest blending bronzers I own actually. It just blends out so nicely. And I like it because it's like a lighter bronzer, so it's really good to use when you're fair. But and I just do like a little light contour, nothing crazy. So that like really helped warm thing up my face, but and then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of Amber by Anastasia, like a really like a darker bronzer, and I just kind of put this up here like that. I'm just gonna take it down here. I know contouring is like out of style pretty much, but I love it, so I do it still. And I really should have made sure that my foundation was not this light because we are light. Just gonna bring it down here on my jaw. Yeah, something like that. Just like to go with a brush and just blend, so you know, like powders just blend, flow together. And there we go. My favorite blush is the e.l.f. Always Cheeky. e.l.f. Always Cheeky. So pretty and perfect for summer. It's corally pink. Oh, love it. I'm gonna go in with a blush brush. And I am a big blush person, so I'm gonna use a lot of it. And I love the way that this flows with the bronzer. It's just so pretty. And I think that this shade particularly would look so good on blondes. It's just such a good, like, light, peachy, summery. Just put a little on my nose, because you know that's in right now. I love it. Love it. Definitely rosy, and that's how I like it. Highlight, I'm just gonna go in with this Essence Be My Highlight. It's like a subtle highlight. Use like a brush like this. And I might be a little heavy with this because it is very subtle. But like when you're tan, it's so pretty because it's just like, oh, it's just so pretty. Look at that glow. Okay, brows. A pencil I got from BoxyCharm. It's by the brand billion-dollar brows. So I'm just gonna fill my brows in with this. And I'm also using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. Of the Gen Z brow, and I'm just gonna brush up my brows. Oops. That. Just like that. Store lip liner. This is the LA Girl Shockwave new liner in the shade Gingerbread. I love this shade. It's like a brown nude. So I'm gonna line my lips. Line my lips. I'm gonna go in with Nude Lust by Maybelline. This is an oldie and a goodie. Such a good lipstick. Alright, now it's time to go in with the beautiful Too Faced Cinnamon Swirl palette. This is what she looks like. I have not even touched her. She's so pretty, and we're just gonna do an everyday look. On a Morphe GH35, we're gonna go in with the Doughboy. This is like a very light and neutral shade. Wow, I'm already loving it. So stinking pretty. This might be my new everyday crease shade. So pretty. Love it. Okay. Same brush. I'm gonna go in with the shade Muffin Top. I'm just gonna blend those kind of together in the same area, but keeping this one much lower, like that. This is gonna be an everyday, warm, brown eye look. Just like that, loving it. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Lick the Spoon out here. This is all with the same brush. And I'm gonna go in my outer V with that. That's like a pinkish brown shade. Oh yeah, very pink. Such a beautiful fall palette. These shades, I love these palettes because these palettes, like, they just always blend out so well, and they're just so easy to work with, and they're so pretty. So I'm very excited about this palette. Also, this palette I purchased myself. I did not, oh my god, I have to pluck my brows. That looks horrible. Wow. Can't believe I'm filming with my brows looking like this. But yeah, I got this palette with my own money at Ulta as soon as it was coming out, because I knew I was gonna try it. I already kind of knew I was gonna love it. With a smaller brush, this is like a small shader brush by the brand Luna. And I really want to try the shade See Me Rollin'. I love it. That's so funny. Me rolling. And I'm just gonna blend that along this lash line like this to the front to cause a subtle smokiness. You know? You know? Like that. Nothing crazy. Just to add some definition at the lash line. It does smell like cinnamon, this palette. Super pigmented, easy to blend, love it. So this one's a little darker than this one, so I'm just gonna try and make them even. And then, been staring at this shade. I'm gonna go in with the shade Frost Those Buns on my finger and just pat that in the inner half there. Ooh, yes, it's a very pretty, subtle, everyday, if you just like pat it. Ooh, it's so pigmented and so pretty. Like, see how I pat it on top of that shade to just like blend out that darkness? So pretty. Alright, I'm gonna go with the shade Gooey Goodness down here. Put that in my inner corner. Take this brush, got a little shadow here on my nose, I'm gonna dust out. Just gonna dust out that shadow. I will next take in that same brush, going with the shade See Me Rolling again. I'm just gonna define the bottom lash line with that. So pretty. All right, some eyeliner. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner. Just gonna go apply this eyeliner. Again with my favorite drugstore mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess. I finally tried this after all the hype and it's so good. So good. It's like good formula, a good brush, everything. My fiance though, she doesn't like it for her lashes, but I love it. So I'm just surprised, but it's definitely my favorite. So maybe it's not everyone's favorite, but it's a really good mascara. Like, it can be kind of clumpy, but I love it. Like, that was so quick. Thanks so much for watching and please subscribe.